Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday show. I'm Hammer, and I'm joined by my two favorite Wednesday show hosts, Terry D. Manis.
Hello.
And Jen T. Maxey.
Hello.
How you doing, Terry?
I think you can guess, but other than that, I'm fine.
Good. Jen, how are you?
The dogs in my neighborhood all just decided to go up in chorus, but I'm good. They're
Okay.
angry.
Okay.
Don't know why.
You guys can't hear my air conditioner, right? I just turned it on.
No, I can't hear it.
All right, good.
I am.
That's why I spent so much money on this microphone, just so you couldn't hear my air conditioner. That's the only reason. Not true at all. Before we get into the topics, let's go ahead and say hello to everybody in chat, please.
Okay, so over on Rumble, we have Jack Gunsky, we have Blue Eye Screen, we have JB, we have Kivadam, we have Kivadam and Kivadam and Kivadam and Kivadam. Which is very chatty there.
You like it?
Yeah. Green Badger and is that everyone? Oh, Tia joined us towards the end. And yep. Hopefully I got them all. If I missed anyone, I apologize.
Good, Jen.
And we got a Hammer. Hello.
Hello.
And Mike R. Hi, Mike. And Blue Eyed Scream. Hello. And Kivadam. Hello, Kivadam. Terry. Hello, Terry. AJ Bliza. Hey, AJ Retro Arcade. And hello, Tier. And hello, Raymond Lewis.
And just to address Kivadam, yes, we did play the songs on Rumble. I don't know, you must have stepped away while we were doing that.
Yeah, what I can do is go to the music poll and I can copy and paste. Do I want to do that on YouTube? Copy and paste the songs? Nah, we should wait until the poll comes up.
Yeah.
We only have half an hour to wait, so
yeah.
That's good.
It's not that big of a deal.
No. And tonight's topics, if I can get my face to work. Shutdown, Jane, and Oregon. Shutdown, I think everybody knows what's going on there. I don't know how much we're going to talk about it. Jane, there's a conservative, a conservationist, Jane Goodall, has passed. And then Oregon, Trump is deploying troops to Portland. Oh boy.
There you go.
Oh boy, against probably the Supreme Court if it ever goes to them. They're probably going to say, you can't do that. You can't just federalize a state like that. But we'll see what happens. If he, if he beats up a couple thousand Antifa people, it's worth it. Okay, we got to take him out. We can't do this. Okay. We've done our damage anyway. Time to move, kind of deal. So.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're getting arrested as terrorists. So it's not they're getting...
He declared them a terrorist, like a domestic terror group, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And he can do that. But it really doesn't mean anything. He can declare them as an international terror group, and that carries weight. But saying they're domestic, he doesn't really have that option, because when you say it's international, you're speaking as a federal officer. But when you're saying domestic, well, that's really up to the states.
Okay, that makes sense.
So declaring them as terrorists and then pressing charges against them as terrorists, I don't know if any of that's going to work out, but it should scare the shit out of Antifa, I'll tell you that. And watching Antifa facing off with the cops and the cops beating the fuck out of them, man, that's pure joy.
Yeah.
Go right ahead and paintball gun them all you want. I don't care.
Yeah. No, Antifa are not people.
It's like, don't these people have jobs?
Nope.
No, of course they don't. If they did, they wouldn't have time to protest.
There's like 500 people out there. Don't you have to go to work tomorrow? What the hell are you doing?
No, they don't.
That is their job.
3 o'clock in the morning. They're blaring their music, waking up everybody in the neighborhood. And how are they affording McDonald's?
And
They're probably getting unemployment.
I know the context, but seeing Mike say how long to blue-eyed screen, my brain immediately goes to, that's a very personal question, sir.
I just don't understand how they can they have to be on unemployment or disability or some other
Yeah. They are. They all are.
government subsidized option, which they better get a job pretty soon, because if they don't, they're going to be without government subsidies.
Yes.
Subsidies. Bleh.
No, I've got no sympathy for them.
Nope.
I want nothing but bad things for Antifa.
I'm disappointed. I was expecting them to be making cardboard boats so they could go save Greta.
Yeah.
She's still out on the waves, or is she land-based now?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
she's still trying to get to Israel.
Hmm.
You know,
She's trying to claim it. They don't let me in. It's a war crime. No, bitch. They told you you're not allowed in.
Yeah, sorry, but no one's allowed to go to a country that has borders. It's just the fact that she's never done anything with any sense of intelligence or wisdom or smartness or anything like that. So she's just an open vessel of airheadedness.
Well, I think basically just does whatever her parents tell her. I mean, I think they're the real activists, and she's just.
Do you think their parents are involved in this?
Yeah,
I thought she was on the boat by herself.
No.
I think they fund it.
Parents' idea.
And at the very least, they fund the camera crew that goes with her, because she's there for photo ops. She doesn't care if her crew gets arrested and screwed over.
No. She
ditched her last one.
No. She wants to get arrested because it's very good publicity.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what she is. She's just a typical look at me.
Yeah, of
she
course.
Doesn't have the substance behind it.
No.
It's dramatic. That's all she's trying for, is the drama. How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think that's the line that's going to be forever associated with Greta, is the "how dare you."
Yeah. There was a trigonometry a couple of episodes back where they were talking about net zero, which is carbon capture for the UK. Trying to get to zero emissions.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a guy who was on, I don't know who he was. I'd never seen him before, but Constantine and Francis were very deferential to him. They were like, you know everything there is to know about this. Tell us the truth. And he was like, net zero is 100% bullshit. I was like, of course it is. Holy crap. Yeah, but to come out and say it like that on a YouTube video, I was like, I would, wow, that's crazy. But I believe him, because the amount of damage the UK and America are doing are infinitesimally small compared to many other countries, especially China and India.
Yeah.
China and India, supposedly that's 70% of global emissions between those two countries.
Yeah. I mean, that's why when like Australia tries to do it, people point out, we're like 0.5% of the global pollution. Like,
you eat more than you output.
You don't have any people, man.
No, exactly.
It's like,
it's the same here. We eat more than we put out, and yet we have to pay for everybody else. I'm like, no.
You actually have a certain amount of people, though. You're both big, but I think Canada has a lot more people than Australia does.
Yes, but we're significantly larger.
I don't think the difference in population
but per capita.
That big. Canada definitely has more people, but I don't think the difference is that big.
Isn't it?
I think. I mean, I guess big is relative, but I think it's like maybe 10 million more in Canada.
Let me do a quick look up. I can only type. Population of Canada, 41.2 million. Let's see what Australian is. I don't think Australia is even close to that. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, yeah, that's more than I thought Canada would have.
Yeah, you're half that. You're 27 million.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize Canada had that many. I thought they were smaller.
Well, basically, all their provinces are every bit as packed as our top states, with the exception of Montana and what's the other one? The one near the Great Lakes. I can't remember. It's not Iowa. It's above Iowa. But anyway, all their provinces are pretty much packed. There's not a province that's just empty, like Montana is.
No,
Like,
no,
where the
that's
fuck is
really
everybody?
that's so not true. Like my
Really?
province has barely got 5 million people in it, and we're massive.
Yeah, because I thought Canada was kind of
Like
like
we're
Australia.
bigger than you are. Like I know that, like, if you actually put in the whole of the map of Canada, we're bigger than you are.
No, because I thought Canada was like Australia, where the population is very concentrated. So, like, if you go somewhere like Ontario, there's like plenty of people. But if you go out to like I don't even know.
You got to think like a third of our population is in Ontario and Quebec. So like if you
Exactly,
go,
yeah.
yeah, so you're gonna see a massive population. But like if you go to like Saskatchewan, yet again, you're looking at 4 million. If you look at the Maritimes,
Yeah, see that's more
Yeah,
what
but-
I was thinking, because I thought it was very concentrated in the cities. Like
No.
in the, like
Almost all the north stuff is pretty empty. Yukon, Northwest Territories, none of it. None of it.
like if you look at where our
all
population
empty.
is, even in the provinces, like for Alberta, yeah, most of our population is in the cities. It's why it takes so much for the rural to vote out the cities. Like it's a real effort for them to do that. So it is like that in every province. Like if you go to the cities, yeah, we look packed because like that's where most people are living. But that's not the majority of the. That's like the provinces are huge.
I always thought that BC and Alberta were pretty well packed solid.
No.
Really?
No.
No, Alberta has 2 people in it, which is Della and Dan. And British Columbia has 1 person in it, which is Sora.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, usually coastal cities, coastal states or provinces, whatever you want to call them, are usually full because it's a coastal thing.
Yeah.
So I always thought that a lot of that probably bled over to Alberta because they're right next door.
No.
You know.
We have a lot of little towns, but a lot of those little towns are like ghost towns. Some of them are little hamlets. Like you're lucky if you've got like 100 people to 250 people.
Is that just because population growth, or is that because of more severe weather, or
population growth? A
lot of the times, aren't fucking enough.
A lot of the times you see population growth in Alberta, it's when they're sending people to get jobs. But because they've kind of red taped us for the last 11 years, there aren't any new jobs. So everyone's pretty much coming to our province. Just being honest, they're foreign.
Well, Australia just has people on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, and even the left-hand side isn't that many.
Yeah. There's not that many people in Western Australia. Even on like in Perth.
There's only one person there, and that's far.
Exactly.
I mean, to continue the analogy of British Columbia and Alberta.
No, you're not wrong.
Let me put it to you this way. There's a common joke in Saskatchewan. Like, yeah, you go to a main city in Saskatchewan, you're going to see a city. If you're talking the little towns, you can watch your wife or your dog run away for 3 days.
Oh, yeah. Like Texas.
Yes.
Texas, you can get in a car, drive 60 miles an hour for 11 hours and not cross Texas.
Yeah.
That's a big place.
That was kind of my experience with airlines. Is like you're on a plane for 4 hours and you're still in Australia because it's that fucking big.
Well, that's what you get for going west, man.
It's also they really didn't. I would say it's probably a combination of politics on both sides. Like, I don't doubt that the Conservatives were building here as well, but like you could tell that there's arguments between both sides when it comes to infrastructure, and you see this everywhere. We're all crying for housing. Everybody in the Western world is crying for housing. We have been for like 25 years.
I think it's weather. I think that if you had if Saskatchewan and Manitoba had the kind of weather that California had, I think they'd be pretty much fighting for houses. Well, I mean, you're actually fighting for houses anyway, but there would just be so many people.
Yeah,
it's just too cold up there.
I think Canada should just not be cold. How hard is it?
Just come down here in the States where it's nice and warm. We could put you in Florida. You'll have heat stroke.
Yeah.
Believe me, it's not any better down here. Trying to find I mean, California's got great weather. We all know that. But if you're on the East Coast, there is no California on the East Coast. Even the states that are moderate are not that moderate. Like California is 60 to 90 degrees, maybe. The closest thing would be like Virginia, anywhere between Virginia and Georgia. And that's still 95 to 100 to 30 degrees cold. So, I mean, it's just, you know, I'm talking Fahrenheit here. I'm sorry to talk Fahrenheit amongst you guys, but yeah, it's, but yeah, there's nothing moderate really on the East Coast. I think I've said this several times before. If I could live in Virginia, I'd be there tomorrow. I love Virginia because it would be nice and warm in the summer and nice and cold in the winter, and there wasn't really much snow. So you got the weather, you get the change in weather. You got a nice long fall, got a nice long spring, a very short summer, very short winter, and no snow. And I don't know if you can beat that, really. If you want some place that has change of seasons, yeah, I really can't beat Virginia. I love that place.
Cool.
The only thing they have that just drives me crazy is personal property tax. So not only do you have to pay house tax and your the actual property, but if you own something that's worth a certain amount of money or greater, you have to pay tax on it too. Most notoriously, cars.
Yes. Well, I don't. I lost it. It fell down the back of the couch. I don't have that anymore.
It fell in the lake.
Yes.
So this is going to sound contradictory, but I have mixed feelings on growth. Like, I know for my province, like for us to go further.
Oops.
Those guys are full of shit. I mean, like, if you actually understand our oil industry, you don't see those pipelines. They're underneath nature, which means you're still able to walk above it and see nature.
Okay.
You know, and it's something that we do fight a little bit for our ability to walk in the woods.
No, see, like I've got the cheat codes for that. If you go to any web search engine, Google is the most famous one, and you type nature and hit enter, and then go to the images tab. That's the important bit. You have to go to the images tab. You will be able to see as much nature as you like. There'll be like pages and pages of pictures.
It's not the same. Doesn't smell the same.
It is. It doesn't smell the same, but it looks the same.
And it doesn't walk the same.
I don't really use Google much anymore. I mean, if I'm looking for a site or something like that, I do, but I use Grok all the time. You know?
I don't use Google because I use Brave, and so that lets you set your default web browser search engine, and my default search engine is Brave. There's like you just use the.
They have their own.
Yeah, it's not as good as Google, obviously, but it gets the job done. It's like. If you have a specific thing that you're looking for, it'll find it.
The only thing that really gets me with, and I don't know if other browser search engines can do this, but Google does it. I can type in, show me a restaurant near me. And it'll give me a list of the top 5 restaurants that are closest to me. I don't know if all the search engines can do that, but it's a nice presentation.
I think as long as you've got like location tracking on, it should be able to do that no matter which search engine you use.
Let me try Opera. No one ever uses Opera, but I always use it as a backup.
Yeah, I used to use Opera, but then Google Chrome came along and that was just easier to use. And so I stuck with that until I heard about Brave. And it's like, yes, Brave is basically Chrome, but it doesn't fill you with like spyware and adware.
me see what it can do. I'm asking for pizza restaurants. Let's see what it gives me. Show me the pizza restaurants near me.
It's probably because I'm sitting a little bit away from my mic, Keith.
Well,
Yeah, check
apparently
it.
Opera uses Google. When I typed it into the top line,
It's
it brought up a Google page.
it's usually something you can customize, because I know for a while I was using Qualia, and that was literally only because I didn't want to use Google, and like that was one of the options in the list.
Mhm.
And then when I got my new computer, the one that you helped me buy, Hammer,
Mhm. Yeah.
I just set the default to Brave search engine, because I couldn't be bothered like going through all the options. It's like change it off Google to Brave, and then that's it. I'm done. That's my search engine.
Well, yeah, the default for Brave is Google. I just tried it. It came up with a Google response. So
Yeah, it is. But like you can go into the settings and change it so that Brave search is the default search
Steve,
engine.
I'm not even saying anything. Can you stop freaking out? Like I wasn't near my mic.
Because like I just did a web search just to test it, and yeah, it comes search.brave.com is the not the default. I think I had to pick it so it wouldn't use Google, but that's the search engine that I use is search.brave.com.
hey, Johnny.
Oh, hey Johnny.
Hi, Johnny.
Yeah, apparently all of my all of my web browsers all default to Google.
Yeah, I mean most do. I think Google pays them to be the default. But I mean, if you go into the settings, you can always change it.
Well, you know what I can try? I can try Edge, because there's no way that Edge defaults to Google.
That's true.
That's Bing. That's got to be Bing, right?
You would imagine.
Yeah. Ooh, I actually have it on my startup screen.
Okay, but can you drop it then? Because like you're repeating the same thing, and clearly my sound is fine. Sorry.
It kind of gave me very similar thing. Matter of fact, it's a little bit better presentation. They formatted on the screen a little bit better, and what they're saying here is pretty much right. If I look at the closest pizza places, Domino's is like the second, but it's paid, sponsored. But
of course,
the closest one to me is Grotto, and then Shady Side, then Bernie's, and then Three Guys. And sitting here thinking about where these places are located, that's the correct order, because Domino's is on the other side of Three Guys, which would be the number 5th. So they got it right. They got it in order. Grotto's on the lake with me, so it's by far the closest. Shady Side's just down Kunkel Road. Bernie's Pizza is near the bowling alley, and Three Guys is across from the Kunkel police station. So yeah, they're all in the right places as far as where they're supposed to be in order. So.
And Blue White Screen says she uses Brave because the ad block still works on YouTube. Yes, it does. If it ever stops working on YouTube, I'll stop watching YouTube.
Well, ad block is great because it blocks ads, but that's not enough for me. I want to block scripts as well.
Well, then use sponsor block. Just use sponsor block.
Well, I have something called, what's it called? I haven't looked at the name of it in a while. No script. And what it does is you go to a page and it'll show you, these are all the scripts in this page. Do you want to run any of these? And you can say, yeah, run them all, or just the default ones, like the name of the home page. You can run that script because it's part of the home page.
Okay, yeah.
You know, and there's places that you've been to that you know are safe. They're already included. You can include them for every website that you see.
Okay. No, because when you said script, I thought you meant like the scripted ad reads, like this video is brought to you by you know Raid Shadow Legends, and then they do like
I'm talking about JavaScript.
Yeah. Now.
So I never see a pop-up that says, "Do you want to allow cookies?" I never ever see that, because that's a script, and that script is never run on the actual page that you're visiting.
Right.
So it's immediately can't run that.
Because I have a YouTube a Brave plugin called sponsor block. So when the YouTube video gets to the bit where it says, by the way, Raid Shadow Legends, awesome. Give me credit by using this code. It just jumps over that part of the video. It just like skips it entirely.
This video is sponsored by Raycon.
Yeah. No, not anymore. It's not.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, I think you and I have talked about this before.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't have to endure the because it gets very repetitive. Like we know, who these people are sponsored by. You don't really need an ad every single video. So
Yeah,
it'll just skip over it.
There's a computer evaluation game site, all this kind of stuff. They decide what video cards best and all this kind of stuff. It's called Hardware in Box, and it's in Australia. And they give you a lot of good information, but they're very formulaic with their ad. They'll start in and saying, today we're going to look at this, blah, 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 blah. And, these are the things that we found, and these are the things that you're going to want to know about. And there's a pause, and today's sponsor is, it's like, God damn it. They do it every single video. They only do one, though, so that's not bad.
The sponsor block would just skip over that entirely.
Yeah. I usually just hit the right arrow a couple of times, and that's usually enough.
Yeah, that works too.
It'd be good if you're like Philly D or something like that, where he does like 2 or 3 sponsors a show.
Yeah, but it also means that you don't have to be at your computer. So if you want to like listen to it while you're like stepping out to do something in the kitchen or whatever, you don't have to like return to your computer just to skip the ad. It'll detect it and say, oh no, this is an ad for whatever, and just jump over. The Kamikoto knives. No, skip that one. All the bullshit sponsors people have.
So yeah, that's Oregon.
Yeah.
We just love to get off topic. It's a thing we do.
Yeah.
Music poll's coming up, so I'm not going to start a new topic. I'm going to start doing the poll.
Okay. I mean,
no, I'm going to tell you about what Scotty did to me. So Scotty's really funny, and he's very good with AI. Too good with AI.
Yeah.
And he's from Scotland, so taking the piss out of the Brits right now, and Starmer being a piece of shit. He's like, oh, I'm gonna generate a picture of Starmer naked in his bed with his daddy Douglas Hurd. Yeah. It's one of those mental images where you're like, if I could unsee that.
And yeah, when you said Scotty, it took me a long time to realize you meant opinionated Scotsman.
Mm-hmm. I call him Scotty.
Okay, no, that makes sense. Now I know who you're talking about.
I didn't realize you're talking about chat.
Yeah. I pieced it together.
He's up a little late. I don't see him very often, but like I have to give him credit for artwork.
I don't know if there's much to say about Jane Goodall. I don't know much about her. Was she the one that lived with apes or something?
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess now she's dead.
She was also very liberal, but I think she got to this point where she thought she was an ape, and I'm like, you're not scientific if you're thinking that.
Yeah, she was a conservationist, so she was all like, don't screw up the jungles because all these different animal lives live here, and she was very much on that podium. And she was known as, I think wasn't she the one who got one of the apes to do sign language with her? Wasn't she that person?
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking it was.
Yeah. So, but I mean, she was right. She did for as much as it sounds like Greta on steroids, she was serious, and the things that she proposed were reasonable. So
I think the only conservationist I've ever actually liked was Steve Irwin, because like he obviously, like he was obviously big on animals and like conserving the.
He was. I don't know if was that really his main thing. Wasn't he just an entertainer for?
Well, that's why I liked him. It was like it was obviously.
She was a conservationist only. She didn't go on shows and bring animals with her and say, "Look how cute this animal is." She didn't do any of that kind of stuff. She would just stay in the jungle for months.
That's my point. The reason I liked Steve Irwin was, even though it was clearly something that mattered to him, he was still an entertainer first.
Yeah.
It's also he didn't start thinking he was one.
Yes.
Like, no offense, like there's interviews with her in her later life, and I know that senility can be part of a factor, maybe, where like I don't doubt part of that's just interacting with them, but there was a point where she talked like she thought she was one with the apes in there. And I'm like,
That's a bit delusional, yeah.
A little bit. And I was like, okay, now I can't take a lot of what you're saying seriously, because a lot of your work has validity, and the stuff in your later years, I'm like, I'm wondering, do you think you are one? Because you're not.
Yeah, I don't know much about Jane Goodall, but the one thing I was aware of is that she was like the monkey lady or the ape lady, where she lived amongst them.
It's look into you've heard of Coco the gorilla before, right?
Yeah.
Not specifically, but I'll assume it's a gorilla.
So Coco the gorilla, a lot of people know about Coco because of the interview with Robin Williams. But when you look into the owner, like she started off as somebody who was supposed to be studying gorillas and how gorillas interact, and she basically kidnapped Coco.
Oh God.
She bonded with her herself and basically justified taking her from her mother. And then you realize, and the more you look into her, the more you're like, okay, so what you actually did was morally wrong.
Yes,
and you're the reason Coco was kind of messed up.
So I don't like this person then.
Yeah, it's like you find out a lot of these conservatives, like they start off with good intentions, and then you realize how fucking narcissistic they actually are.
Yeah, it's pretty common. One thing I did like about Steve Irwin, since he's like tangential to Jane Goodall and the only one I know anything about, I did like that he held the view that no matter what happens to him, it's never the animal's fault. He's the one provoking them. And like he's on their turf. It's like their right to defend it. So he did not ever say, you know, how dare this animal attack me? He's like, no, look, I'm invading their territory. It makes sense that they don't like it. Anything happens is my fault. And I respect him for holding that view, because he's right.
It's hard to know what he was really like, but like I got the impression that he genuinely loved the animals that he was working with.
Yes.
And to me, that's actually what matters more, is that like you have to love them enough to know that you can't think that they need to be like you.
And Adam in chat says, wait till you hear about Mother Teresa. I'm assuming he's referring to Teresa J. Martin, otherwise known as Sometime American. So I didn't know she was a mother. Congratulations to SDA in that case.
Got me on that one. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're talking about SDA?
Well, Adam in chat said, wait till you hear about Mother Teresa. I'm assuming he meant Mother Teresa, but he said Teresa, which the only Teresa I know is SDA.
Oh, is her name Teresa? I thought her name was Teresa.
Well, it's spelled Teresa, so that's how I'm going to pronounce it. Yeah.
I don't really know.
I mean, she might pronounce it Teresa. I never asked her, but on the book, it says Teresa J. Martin, and if it's spelled like Teresa, I'm going to say it like Teresa.
There you go, misspelling right in the book, right in the cover.
Well, I mean, it's on all of them, so I mean, she might pronounce Teresa as Teresa. I don't know.
I don't know anything
the
about
same
the
way
lady.
that Louis Rossman thinks his name is pronounced Lewis when it's not. He's wrong. He's wrong about his own name. I don't know how you do that.
For the record, I don't doubt that people who work with animals do bond with them, but like once you bond so much that you're no longer being scientific.
Yeah.
Saying that, I'm still in support of the ostrich farm. The lady's converted from a meat farm. It used to be a meat farm. It's one of those things where like, oh, you raise them for up to 70 years and it's two women running it. I could see them both being like, you really want to put them down? No. Can we just study their eggs, which is easier to deal with? Yeah, let's do that.
Johnny Hellcat says it's pronounced Lew, like Lew. I'm assuming he means Louis Rossman. Yeah, like he pronounces it as Lewis. He's wrong, but he always pronounces his own name as Lewis.
So Terry, I don't need to tell you this, and I know you have no control over your country. And in all honesty, I don't think you'd care anyway. Don't let them ever send your exotics to us. Canada's irresponsible.
It is. It's very irresponsible.
I wonder if any of that's allowed. Not just sitting here thinking about it. Can you have a koala in the United States? Can you own one? I mean, could you put one in a zoo? I mean, what would be the boundaries around that?
I think a zoo should be fine. Just don't release it into the wild where it's going to disrupt.
Probably get eaten.
Yeah, so it's either just going to get eaten or it's going to eat things that the ecosystem does not want eaten.
Or poison itself, because aren't they kind of exclusive to eucalyptus?
I would think they would starve because they won't have any food. They don't have eucalyptus.
Yeah. I mean, that would also be a problem. Just, you can have the drop bears instead.
We'll take all of your emus.
Yeah, please do.
They would gut us. They would do fine, actually. Like the ostriches do fine. Like they don't give a shit about the snow. I thought they would. Nope.
Yeah, emus would probably do just fine here.
That's why we can't release them. I mean, in all honesty, I wish the ostriches were... They're just such nice animals for such a big animal. Like, they're nice. Like, based off of what I saw on that farm, cows and goats and sheep would have been way angrier.
Well, emus, I think, are a little more aggressive, but I think they would survive here fine.
Yeah. But as long as they're not near me, you can have as many emus as you like. Yeah.
Have you ever seen one in real life?
No.
No? Are they not in your area? They're not near the coast? Are they closer to the center of the country?
Well, they're not in cities. Like, you have to go somewhere that's like bushy. Like, you need to go into the bush to actually see animals. Like, I just live in a city. It's like I don't see.
Yeah, but I think we're just assuming you would have a zoo or something.
We see alligators walking down our sidewalks. You have to understand, it's a little bit different here.
Okay.
I have bear and deer and turkey, and everything's up here. It's crazy.
I don't see any animals whatsoever unless I'm eating them. So I mean, I don't see like koalas in the trees. I do see birds. I do see birds in the trees. Those are the ones you hear squawking. But other than that, that's it.
Is it basically you walk under a tree and you hope that the birds that you walk under aren't aggressive?
Oh yeah. I've heard of people putting like a helmet on and painting eyes on the back of the head so that like they swoop at the helmet instead of your actual eyes and trying to protect themselves that way.
Yeah, because your magpies hold grudges for years.
Yep.
Apparently, I just found out something at 62 that I never knew. The word ostrich does not have the letter G in it.
Nope.
No, it doesn't. No.
I just found that out. I've always pronounced it with a G, ostrich. DRIDGE, ostrich. But it's ostrich. There's no G. I'm doing it wrong all this time. But they can be aggressive and dangerous, particularly when defending their nests, territory, or young.
Especially if you go around pronouncing their name wrong. They hate that.
It could be a hand raise thing. You know, like when you know that this person is like been raising you since hand and they feed you really yummy stuff.
Yeah.
They get privileges.
They typically avoid humans, if anything. So,
like I was watching the CDIF, which is the problem we have right now, chasing them around the field. I'm like, you're not gonna catch that bird.
Catch that pigeon now.
Like, I don't know if they know, like ostriches are on the top for like fast animals. Like, good luck. They were kind of fat too. I'm like, it might be good for you to chase after that guy a little more. I'm like,
Yeah. And Cynic says he sees deer and kangaroos up where he is in Brisbane. Like, I do not. I do not see anything other than birds and trees.
Well, I am in the mountains of Pennsylvania, so there's a very rich wildlife up here. I mean, chipmunks, squirrels, raccoons. Like I said, turkey, deer, bear. Yes, I'm like literally, if you look at the back of my house, there's nothing but trees for miles.
When I used to live in a more suburban area, we used to get lizards in the backyard. I don't have a backyard anymore. I live in a unit now. But back when I lived in a house, we used to get like lizards in the backyard, and I would always know when there was a lizard in the backyard because I would hear my mum screaming.
It's one of those things where your mom wouldn't approve of me, but I have the opinion you should keep those because they eat the bugs.
Oh yeah, she was aware of that. She did not care. She wanted them gone.
That I'm one of the weird. My dad had a pet for everything when I was a kid, so like lizards and friendly snakes, and they're not poisonous. I can't remember the name of it, but they kind of look like a corn snake. But the non-venomous one. We had a little green snake. We had toads. We had a little bit of everything, and I think my dad did that so I wouldn't necessarily just be afraid of everything. So I see a lizard, I'm like, I have to remember some of them are poisonous. Not all of them are just like.
No, it was my job to catch. It was my job to catch the blue-tongued lizards and take them up to, like, the local nature reserve and just release them there. That was that. Like, I would hear Mum screaming, like, "Okay, I know what I got to do now."
And apparently, you have a new spider.
Oh yeah, fun.
Yeah. It's related to a spider you already have. I can't remember the name of it, but it's one of the big ones without eyes. It's all teeth.
I think there was I forget the full name of it, but there was a new spider called Hot Wheels something.
Yeah, well, your new one's called Big Boy.
Okay, Hot Wheels spider. It was Hot Wheels Sisyphus is the name of the spider. But that's
Newcastle Big Boy. Yeah, Cynic knows what I'm talking about. Newcastle Big Boy.
Hot Wheels Sisyphus is in China. So that I heard about it on YouTube. I didn't know it was in China.
The big spider up here is called the harvestman. It's not very big. It's only maybe the size of a $50 or a little bit bigger, but it is almost completely legs. There's almost no body to it.
Okay.
And it has one of the most venomous bites on the planet. The problem is its mouth is so soft that it can't pierce skin.
Yeah, well, that's okay then.
So they're very unusual looking. Have you ever seen any kind of attempt at a human being making something walk like a spider? That's what they look like. They look very clumsy. Like,
okay.
I can't get this leg to go this way, and I can't. That leg's going that. Don't go that way. It's a very funny looking spider, but it's just almost all legs. It's very little. The body is smaller than an eraser.
It reminds me of the centipede's dilemma, where someone asks a centipede, "How do you walk with so many legs?" And then when it stops to think about it, it doesn't know how it does it, so it loses the ability to walk. Like, because it starts overthinking, how do I do it? And then it can't do it anymore.
The colloquial name for it is a daddy long leg.
What's that?
The colloquial name for that spider is a daddy long leg. It's a harvestman is what the actual name of it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what a daddy long legs is. No one needs too fast, too furious Hot Wheels spiders roaming around.
I put a picture of it in chat. You want to see what it looks like.
Thanks, by the way, Cynic. I couldn't remember the funnel web. I should, because those are bad ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Funnel webs are nasty. Don't honest with you.
Like I still think they're interesting. I'm not such a weirdo that I'm like kill all spiders, but no, I wouldn't touch those. Those are all fangs.
Yeah, they'll kill you.
They tell you what they are. When they're all fangs, they're letting you know, don't touch me. Leave me
That's
the
good
fuck alone.
advice. Yeah,
So you do.
you should. Yes.
I'm really more afraid of bees than I am spiders, because spiders are pretty much loners. If you're
Mhm.
outside and you get stung by a bee, there's a good chance there's a bunch more bees around.
True.
True.
Wasps. That's the next
Oh
one.
man, wasps! Holy crap!
Well, that I said a joke about that when I was learning about this new spider, because they were talking about wasps prior to, because there's a tarantula hawk. There's technically a wasp for almost every spider.
Mm.
So I'm like, so what goes after a funnel web?
Yeah, jeez. Apparently Cynic's uncle got bitten by presumably a funnel web. He's saying, thank fuck for antivenom. Yeah, God, that could have killed him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like here, like we have brown recluse, and that's rare, like very rare.
I mean, reclusive almost.
They're not here. They're not in Pennsylvania. Our biggest pest is ants. Man, there's ants everywhere up here. It's crazy. And not anything like carpenter ants or red ants, just big black ants.
Okay.
They're literally, half an inch long, big fucking ants.
Yeah.
Spend so much time spraying to try to keep them out of the house.
Yeah. Do you want ants? That's how you get ants.
Yeah.
Or you start your own new age art where you just, pour aluminum down a hole and see what tree comes out.
Yeah. But we have wasps up here that are ground wasps. So they bury into the ground, and then you walk over them and not know it. And then the entire nest empties and comes after you. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
This is why you just never go outside and you're pretty much fine.
But nature's pretty and it smells nice.
There are a lot of bumblebees up here, though. I will say that. And they're just stopping by to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'm on my way. Hey, how you doing? You're human. Yeah, I've seen you guys before. Well, it was nice talking to you. Bye.
Yeah.
See, I get a little bit lucky with nature. When I go out to nature, I don't see things that cause me problems. Like a bear would cause me problems. Sorry.
Yes.
I don't. If I'm in a vehicle that's driving away, sure, fair enough. But no, I don't want to encounter a bear. But when I go out in nature, I see Bambi's mom with Bambi and Flora, and I'm like, oh, I saw twin baby deer. And then on the same day, I'll see like, oh, there's a rabbit. I'm gonna pretend like I don't see that rabbit because everything wants to eat it. That's my,
We need another poll entry here. We had to break a tie.
Oh, here we go. Yes, it is indeed a tie.
Now, on the other hand, the one thing I'll agree with Terry on, mosquitoes have a harder time getting into my house because I have a screen.
Yeah. Mosquitoes are very annoying.
And they live everywhere.
Both of you guys voted already?
I have, yes.
Sorry, I'm just running the show, that's all. I don't want to interrupt the conversation you guys are having, but
I like animals. I mean, I'm not like gonna go vegan. I like bacon. I like beef. I like chicken. I don't like fish. So. Yep, I did.
Okay.
Yes,
So we need one more. We got 14 votes. We need one more vote. I don't want to break the tie.
Our bears range in size. The further up north you go, the more crazy they are. Yeah.
And Adam says, are koala bears the only bears down under? Technically, no, because they're not bears. They're called koala bears, but that's actually not correct. They are not bears.
They're actually marsupials, right?
Yeah.
They're not as cute as they look either, from what I understand.
Yeah. They're nasty bastards. Yeah, you don't want
to. And they don't smell nice.
No.
And you'd have to think that, yeah.
They're
They're,
diseased.
they're not this cute and cuddly as they're presented as.
I hate to break the tie, but if you guys don't pick something,
I think
oh, someone just did.
Someone did, and then someone remade it a tie. It's back to being a tie.
That's funny.
Great.
So we had 2 votes, and they maintained the tie.
That's funny.
It is very funny.
I have a feeling that was on purpose.
So do I. I think someone voted once and then logged into their second account to vote again.
Oh, it's broken again.
Oh, end it quick.
And I win.
Aha. Ba-ba-da-ba.
By you win, do you mean you win because it's not a tie, or you win
Yes.
because you wanted Prince?
No, I didn't. I like just like you. Any one of those 4 would have been fine with me.
Okay,
Prince is,
cool.
Prince is good. Anyone else would have been good too.
Yeah, I thought you were saying that you wanted Prince to win. It's like, okay, no, I mean I'm fine with Prince winning.
No, I just wanted to end the tie. That was my only thing.
I voted for Talking Heads. I do like that song. I like a lot of their songs actually. Talking
Yeah,
Heads
I was
is a
going to
really-
say exactly the same thing. I can't really sit here and think of a song by the Talking Heads that I don't like.
No, I know Jack Gunsky, really big Talking Heads fan as well. And apparently TUES is the one who rigged the poll.
Well, I have a couple extra accounts. If I really wanted to vote anonymously and be a bad person, I could have done that. But I'm not going to do that.
Oh,
Not worth my
you're
integrity.
admitting to election fraud, man.
I know. I think we should ban him.
Sorry, I had to.
If he's willing to lie about this, what else is he willing to lie
It's
about?
not hard to pick they're all winners. All of them are excellent artists
Yeah.
in music. So really, anyone is worthy of a win. So that's fine.
Yeah, like I said, I don't really care which one.
Oh no, I think it's hilarious. I'm not mad at all. I think it's funny. But then he
And,
says it in
yeah.
the chat. I'm like, yep,
He
I'm
does
a
it.
dirty rigger. Oh no. I should have said that. Oh,
We probably should
You're
talk about
funny.
the shutdown before we get out of here. We've only got about 7 minutes left.
yeah.
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 I know it's not your thing. It's an American thing, but
Can I tell you one thing I heard? Just because
What's
I
that?
don't know much about. So my understanding is the bill that the Dems want to pass would cost you $8.5 billion in funding for feeding illegals.
I thought it was a
And-
lot more than that. I thought it was 1.4 trillion.
Trillion.
Yeah.
And they're complaining about the $1 billion that the shutdown's going to cost. Maybe.
No, I have a better solution. Shut the government down, and then that's it. That's the plan. Just shut it down.
And never open it back up ever again.
You don't need it. Just goodbye.
Well, it doesn't really impact me. I don't really use any government services. The transit van that I get is private, so it's not funded by the American government. So I don't really have to worry about it. And even things like Social Security keep happening, so you can't starve half the country. So
Yeah, I think you need to get rid of Social Security. Just get rid of all the welfare.
you have to understand Social Security plays a specific role. If you're 83 and you've used up all your pension benefits and you have nothing else but Social Security, if you turn Social Security off, that person's dead in a week.
Mm-hmm.
You start killing old people, you don't look very good. You don't usually get voted for.
No, but I mean, the people already on it should probably maintain it. But like, just going forward, no one else is allowed to apply for it. There you go, problem solved.
No, that's
Because now they know it's like, okay, I need to make sure I can afford to retire. Like, I agree, it would be fair if someone who has spent the last 20 years on Social Security suddenly had the rug pulled out from under them. That's not fair. But no new applicants. There you go, problem solved.
well, it's not only is it not fair, it's deadly.
Yeah, but like that's why it's not fair. It's not fair because you're killing them.
Not only that, but they spent their entire life paying into it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the way you guys do it doesn't make sense to me because like you're not getting your own money back. You're like putting money in for other people, and then like so you're not actually owed anything like in a literal sense. You're not like putting money into a fund and then getting it back when you retire. You're like putting money into a fund and then the government is saying like, well, here's some other people's money that we also stole, so you can have some of that. And it's like really weird.
Both of those are not really accurate. You're taking your money, your hard-earned money is being removed from your paycheck. It's not like you pay it in, it gets pulled out, you don't have a choice. And when you retire and get to 62, and you can take the benefits later on, all that money is going into a big pot. So it's not so much that you're taking everyone else's money, because you could be taking your own money back too, because you put money in, so your money is in there somewhere. So yeah, you're taking money out. The problem is, over the time that you've been working, you put in X amount of money, and you might end up taking out more money than you put in because you may live too long.
Yeah.
And I say that not in a way where people should be killed, but you live longer than the benefits that you put in. And that's where there's a problem.
Well, I think that's why you just scrap the system and say, okay, going forward, you know that your money has to last you your entire life. Prepare now, prepare appropriately, and then problem solved. Like, obviously, if someone is like been paying into the thing, they should get what they paid back. But if you're like a new person starting life, just know ahead of time you have to have money to last you forever. So make sure you do.
Well, they have a valid complaint. They got Social Security. Why can't I?
Well, right? That's why you should also not charge them. You should also not take money out of their pay. You should just say, look, you keep your money. You figure it out how to make this money last until you die.
Yeah.
That's your job.
Open
that's
up
not
a 401k or something like that, you know?
Yeah, do that.
Drop the money in there.
Yeah, but like however you do it, we don't care. The money you have has to last until you die.
We don't teach our kids
You
finances.
might want to make sure you can do that.
You know, that's really the problem, is we don't teach our kids finances. We don't teach them civics. We don't teach them geography. We don't teach them the things that they really need to know in life. We don't teach them even how to do their own taxes.
But we do teach them something far more important: how good being gay is.
We also teach them who the Kardashian girls are.
Yeah,
everybody knows
also
that.
Very important.
Yeah.
Well, think about it this way: like for entry-level jobs that they can do, they can't even keep those afloat. Like Starbucks just lost 900 stores. And I'm not picking on them for losing their jobs, but I'm like, it is a little bit of an economics thing. Like if people aren't going to your stores because they don't feel welcome because you hate everybody else, or at least your staff hates everybody else, and the coffee isn't worth it because it's overpriced garbage. To be frank, I have worked and had their coffee before, and the amount of people who don't know how to do it right. Just so you know, there's a thing called a dead shot. It's called leaving it in the cup for too long before you put it into your coffee. That's why you get a death tasting. It tastes like bitter garbage.
And I'm probably going to upset people here because Blue Eye Scream says, I think for the first time the average lifespan is decreasing. I'm fine with that. I think, you don't need to live forever. As long as you get, let's say 80 years, if you make it to 80, anything after that is bonus. I don't care if that's fine. If you,
I'd like to even to 80, that would be nice.
Yeah, I would even maybe say 75 is a fine cut. If you make it to 75, you succeed. You won. You won life. You get to stop playing. Like obviously, don't kill people as soon as they turn 75. I'm not saying that, but like if you make it to 75, then you had a good run. You don't need to extend it much more than that.
Yeah. Well, it's 10 bills. You guys want to get out of here?
Sounds like a plan.
Yep. You probably have
I
stuff.
have food that needs eaten.
Yes.
I'm very, very hungry. So
We did start early.
anxious. I'm anxious to get out of here too. So, all right, let's do that. Thanks, fam, as always, for chatting with us tonight. If you can't wait for the next Wednesday show, remember. Did I play the wrong song? I think that has vocals in it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because he counted down, and I don't think that's in the version that I have in my pictures folder.
Bad, Hammer, bad.
Yeah, let me see if I can find Beret in my... Yeah, I think this is the right one. I don't think this one has... It has the countdown, but I don't think it actually has the words.
Okay.
Any case, thanks, fam, as always, for chatting with us tonight. If you can't wait for the next Wednesday's show, remember the Minions are live every evening except Thursday. It's no show starting at around 8 o'clock, or I'm sorry, 11:30 p.m. Eastern, 6 days a week. Post and start times are linked in the description down below. Don't forget about the Rumble pre-show. That stream usually starts about a half an hour before YouTube, and that's where we'll do all the things we're not supposed to do. We will. That's the area that's moist. We'll be back next Wednesday at 9 p.m. as usual. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and we'll see you again next week. Have a great night, everybody.
Have a good one, guys.